I started playing lacrosse, I was 4 years old.
Actually, I started in Germany. I lived in Heidelberg, Germany.
When I moved to Wisconsin, it was hard to grow as a player because everyone was just starting, as was I.
And we're all going through the same recruiting process, so we're really just kind of on the same journey.
At Trilogy, everything we do is geared around improving basically their skill and IQ, making sure they're enjoying the game and improving them as young men off the field. And that improving them as young men off the field, that aspect of it sometimes is the most important part of our events and our camps. And you see the aha moment more so than you do coaching sometimes off the field when they're like, oh, wow, if I'm a good person, I do the right thing, I'm gonna get recognized for that, or that is actually gonna make a difference in someone else's life.
There's always younger kids from the youth league looking up at us. So I just want to be the best player on the field and the best player I know I can be and put in the work outside of practice.
I like to be a jokester, bring some fun to the team, but then get serious when we need to, when it's game time. When I thought about my future, like if I keep joking around and stuff, I'm not gonna get any better, I'm not gonna have a future with this sport, and I'm not gonna make my teammates better. So I think that's what made me think that I have to be more serious. I'm just a freshman in high school, and I've been to so many places that I wouldn't have been if I didn't play lacrosse.
My name is Jeremy Johnson, and I live in Rumson, Fairhaven, New Jersey. I live in New Jersey, which is the Jersey Shore in Monmouth County. The most fun thing I've had playing lacrosse was my trip to Jamaica with Fields of Growth last summer. That trip taught me more about how much I love lacrosse and how I'll pretty much go to any length to spread the game.
So over the course of the 10 days, the first 7 are training. On the field training, individual, position specific, and then implementing a team curriculum. Then, from a college standpoint, we expose the players by getting out onto campuses. So we'll do tours. So we'll go to local programs, and then we'll get on the bus and visit about 7 schools so that they can start to figure out exactly what they want. You see the big, you see the medium, you see the small, you see the urban, you see the rural, you see the suburban. What's the right fit for you?
I never really had visited colleges before this, so I went in trying to see what college was right for me and where would be a good fit for me.
Before going into ICE last year, I would have thought I would have liked a larger school, and after seeing all the colleges, I realized that the smaller school would probably be the best fit for me.
The college tours are a huge undertaking for Trilogy, but at the same time, it's one of the most important and unique pieces of the intensive club experience.
For some of the schools, we've gotten tours from the coaches. For some of them, we've talked to players. We usually do an information session with admissions or a tour with admissions. And then our coaching staff, we have a lot of alumnus, so we get their side of the story too. So we're really looking at each college at all different angles.
When we walked into the Maryland locker room, there was kind of a smorgasbord of uniforms that they wear, and it was really awesome to see all their various uniforms, like the kind of America themed one that was awesome. And talking about it with Coach Farrell, he experienced all of it. It was great.
Our goal at the end of this is for them to understand the types of schools that they can compete at athletically and that they should be looking at academically and that they want socially. And that's what we ask them. Who are you and what do you want?
I really enjoyed the Naval Academy. Definitely the unison of the military environment was really appealing. We were told that it was their first day in plebe summer, which is basically like basic training. A lot of terrified faces walking through, and it was kind of a funny sight.
The Under Armour tours, it was a combination of us being an Under Armour sponsored company and wanting to show these kids, hey, this is what it's like to be a part of something bigger than just Trilogy and bigger than us. And so getting them on campus is exciting for them, it's exciting for Under Armour, and it's exciting for us. It really is a win-win-win.
Our players had an opportunity to come and do some training. Dave Cheney had a little kind of ace up his sleeve, bringing out Jay Dyer, the absolute, preeminent lacrosse trainer in the world, and so our players got to train with the best. So we did some cool combine tests, and Jay did his world famous dynamic warm-up stretch, and then we did a little cool down. Brought a little that fire out in the athletes when we were doing the combine stuff. And then Dave, gave us a behind-the-scenes peek at what goes on here at Under Armour. The fact that the players got to see what was behind the scenes was just a real treat and hopefully a reward for them for all the hard work that they've put in, over this past week, and just giving a little carrot and hopefully that giving some motivation, kind of moving on to what we do next. But you know, sometimes it's nice to have a little treat just to make sure that you're letting your players know that we know you're working hard, and here's something just to reward that effort.
Ryan, I would have to say Ryan was probably the architect of the pool party, although I am not sure if the Boyle family may have kickstarted that idea. I know the Boyles always love having us over when we're in town for events. So, you know, last year, looking back at last year's event, that was one of the things that many of the kids said was their favorite part. It really brought the team closest together.
And it really kind of brought a family atmosphere to this whole thing. They welcomed all 60 kids into their home, and they trusted us to just play around. They had all these activities set up. Right now, there's a massive water balloon fight going on.
It's something that allows the kids to just be kids, to be high school players and enjoy time with each other and enjoy a 4th of July celebration and not have to worry about slides and clears and what they're going to be doing in their offenses and the defenses or the pressure of upcoming Under Armour shootout.
And then it concludes with a tournament. And then that way we get out and have legitimate college exposure from a recruitment standpoint, so colleges can see these players compete. And since we've had a chance to train them, they should look and feel and act like a team running our systems.
I've been playing lacrosse since about 5th grade. A handful of my friends I've been playing with since I started, and we've really grown together, and we feed off of each other to become better players, for sure. When you make that perfect pass or you make that nice top shelf rip, it just feels so satisfying.
So it was really my brother that got me into lacrosse. He never really took it easy on me, and I think that's what really gave me a competitive edge going into lacrosse. Just always competing with him, and he really kind of shaped me as a player.
I started playing lacrosse in like 6th grade. My friend Tommy played, and I didn't really know anything about it. And we were just kind of messing around in his backyard, threw me a stick, and it was fun, so I decided to play. It was just different than anything I'd done before. Kind of interested me. Well, I got a goal in my front yard. I would shoot a lot, kind of hang out with my friends and just play around. Just like I kind of built a group of friends that we had that we would just go out in the yard, play around, stuff like that.
I think not only recruiting, but also improving as a player. I mean, there's some really good players here, and I think I've stepped up my game by playing with them. I'm not really a person that will put myself out there and everything, but with this whole recruiting process, it really taught me that I need to tell everyone who I am, and it's fun. If you talk to any coach, they'll tell you as long as you're having fun, you're doing something right.
It's not just about the end goal, it's about the journey. And lacrosse, every piece of lacrosse is a journey. And I think all those amazing journeys that I've taken through lacrosse, bringing these kids on the same journey that I went down and creating new ones. And that is the best thing that you could ever have for a job.
I like to start the play, so we'll work it around. I may not get the shot, but I like to do the starting dodge, start the offense, kind of kick it off, move the ball, start the first pass, and draw the slide to me.